does in this community.
Heck
Hey
yes.
everybody, we are live. Sorry it took a little bit getting going.
I'm not going to be able to read from there.
We've got our first Zoom call with this many participants. We're turning TikTok purple again. Last time we did this, I think we had probably about maybe what was it, Misty? Like 5 to 6 kind of people join.
I think it was more than
Maybe
that.
more
over
than
I
that?
think it was more.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. So we've got people. We got Liz coming in.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to help me pay attention when it says a bit. Hey, Liz. Liz is joining us.
Wait, what am I going to have to do?
So pay attention in this column here,
Yeah.
and when you see that I need to admit, I'll pay attention to it too. But help me out.
Well, does it need say, please admit?
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
It'll say.
All right.
Hey, Liz. Liz just joined us.
Liz!
And you
You always
guys,
look like a picture, Liz. What
we've
picture
got
of
we've
them?
got people joining us on our live. We had several people share that we were having a live. Andy's journey, 2.3 million followers. She shared. So
She did. She's very gracious.
we got Rachel coming in. We are going to, as we progress, have more and more come in, and this is going to be crazy fun. So if you want to stay.
Faces.
Yeah, if you want to stay for the whole 3 hours, we'll love to have you. It might go longer. I think Misty was saying that the earlier one
It was,
went
do you
It
think,
was
Misty?
long. We started, I
4
think, at
hours.
I think it was 4-ish hours by the end
Yeah.
of it. Mhm.
Boom, we
Yeah.
got Matt Blattstock that's coming into the house. He's going to be
Aw.
playing some bass for us tonight.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Hey
so
guys,
how you
Hey.
doing, Matt?
I'm doing good. Just came in and have a big feel.
Hey, that's okay, my
Awesome.
friend. We just we
Hi,
you know,
Rachel.
we got Rachel. How you doing, Rachel?
I'm alright, just came back from yoga class.
I seriously.
Nice.
It's so fun to see everybody in their comfy spots.
I know. I don't
Just
know.
so you know, I'm not in mine. I've been told what to do.
like I said, the only acceptable Zoom meeting I can take from bed.
Yeah.
Oh, it shouldn't be that way, huh?
We got Stephanie Brown joining. Now, Matt, I know that when I talked to you, you were up to playing a little bass. I'm not going to hold you to that, but brother, if you want to do some bass later today,
You just like give them the sign.
not going to happen?
No, I went to package. I'm sorry, guys. I got done at package. So please, guys, forgive me. And
Oh, that's okay.
There's nothing to forgive.
That's okay.
You're here. That's enough.
You know, if you guys haven't heard our friend Matt jam on the bass, he is so gifted. So make sure you're following each other if you haven't already, and go and check him out. I do think Stephanie. I do think we're gonna have you sing a little bit for us a little
I
bit
can
later,
see.
though.
She's got her
Ooh, she's
guitar
ready.
with her.
Not quite yet, but wow.
Stephanie, I have to tell you this. You, my Aunt Stephanie, and you look like sisters.
Oh,
Which is so...
Yeah.
I'll have to send you a picture. But I'm like, that's so strange.
I'm a
that-
twin.
yeah, and you're both
Cool.
Stephanie. Yeah, I love her dearly.
We got Liz.
I
You
have
guys.
to turn up my computer. I don't know why. It's not very loud.
You guys can
But
hear.
my TikTok
oh, sorry.
family is also watching.
Nice.
Aw.
Because they see guitar in my lap. That's not a normal thing.
Well, tell them hello.
You guys, this
Welcome.
is an incredible thing to see what is happening with coming together, and we're just a small part of it. You guys are the ones that deserve the credit.
Absolutely.
This is just crazy awesome.
Absolutely.
And it's just even going to get more, you guys. We are booked. I am now booking in June of 2023. And-
Color me up.
And I have to slow down with it even because...
No, he doesn't.
and we just connected with Andy's journey. So if you guys aren't familiar with her, she is a 2.3 million, and she just barely posted yesterday. So there's just a beginning in terms of just increasing with the people out there. But I see some new faces like Rachel. You're new in terms of us just starting to get to know you. Some of what we've did, and it'll be fun to kind of see who's joined. Not only did we invite past guests, but we invited some future guests. So if you see some new faces,
Yeah.
that's what's going on there.
We all know what a warm welcome feels like before, especially, before you go on camera. And it's one thing to have your own platform to go on camera and be interviewed and not know what's going to be asked and
Oh,
not know what we're going to put you through.
so we got Nell Crep. Hi, I'm here from Andy's Journey. Hey, we got Cess.
What's her name?
Nell Crep.
Is
Nell-
your name Nell? Like
Nell
mine?
Cresp. Oh,
Like
I'm
me?
sorry. Nell Cresp. Nell Cresp. I don't know what that stands for, my friend. But she's saying that she's, been made aware because
Welcome. Thank you for being
welcome. We got Cess. Cess joined us. I sent you some Zoom info, Cess. Cess is one of our first followers. If you want to dip in, even if you're not showing your face, you can jump into the Zoom call.
Thanks for the purple heart.
We got purple hearts. Oh, Crespo. Her last name is Crespo.
Is her first name Nell? I'm curious.
Is your first name Nell?
Because that doesn't happen
Nell
too
Crespo.
often.
That's what.
I just saw a comment. It said her first name was Nell.
Yeah.
N-E-L.
Yeah.
My name's Nell. Welcome.
We got
I
an
like you
invite.
so
We had
much
some
already.
people. Midnight Dance came in from Facial Warrior. So you guys are. We got Gracie Coleman.
Got
in
some
the
of
house.
yours, girl.
Oh shit.
This is amazing. Welcome, everyone.
You look stunning now.
I do.
She does.
You guys.
Of course you do.
What day do I decide to try a whole new makeup routine, hair routine today?
Well,
So
let's-
I'm glad it's not too atrocious. I
No, you look
was
amazing.
sweating beyond my fevers.
You look amazing, Liz. You guys might not know Liz Roylance. She is a producer. She
More importantly, a very
is
dear
a
friend.
dear friend of ours,
Yeah.
but she's one of the top producers in Utah, and she's involved with some collaboration efforts. And I'll tell you, there she is. What's up, Liz?
She, if anybody heard
Hi.
her interview, she about COVID, and it really, it took a toll on her.
Yeah.
And she has been such an angel with trying to help. Am I saying the term right, Liz? Long-term COVID survivors, or yeah,
Yeah, long coat.
yeah, long COVID, because they've kind of.
driving right now.
You're
It's
fine.
okay.
Yes, you're fine.
You're
You can
fine.
even take the camera off.
You
You
can
want.
take the camera
I
off.
just want to say hi real fast.
Yeah. But we had this big group. We were talking about it, and we were saying how, with COVID, we have quite a group that's kind of joining us because so many of them develop long-term things. And
Right.
in a way, it's helping us spread the word of what we live with and what goes on in our lives behind the scenes. And so if anybody here that is here now or comes in as is dealing with COVID right now or the aftermath of it, we so welcome you
Yeah, for
with
sure.
our whole hearts, and part of that is a broken heart that you are going through what you're going through. But
Yeah.
we're a very safe, loving place to be.
Yeah, and from the producer, Liz, you can kind of relate. I want to explain something real quick as it pertains to kind of productions. As we have been working with the American Chronic Pain Association and Nathan Osmond to get the fundraising going, as well as a podcast with Nathan, the main holdup has been there's an individual that he works with, and he produced 11 events in a short period.
He's
And
burnt
he
out.
is okay. So the stars need to align when you get people in the production industry to do something right. So we're not, lying to you about what we've got planned, but it needs to be right, and it's better to wait. So any of you that as we've shared about that's in the works. We're still in contact, but we just need to make sure that all the players are up and ready when we're ready. So a lot to still look forward to. We're hoping that next year is when we're going to be able to do that and actually be on stage and do some fundraising. So a lot to look forward to.
Yeah. I tell Rex now because, as we all know, we have a lot of time of reflection, right, in our conditions. When we're laying there in pain, rocking back and forth in pain, whatever, praying in pain. So a lot of my day is talking to my Heavenly Father, and you guys know what He means to me and my Savior.
Amen.
But thank you. Yeah, that's so. I appreciate, and it's certainly for me, and I'll share a little personal. I've had a lot of a few near death, very close near death experiences, and even more that I'll share. Well, I'll be starting to do my own little vlogs, just talking about my experiences through my entire life. My first dream was when I was very, very little of the Savior, and it was very sacred. I was about 6. And so I've never, ever had a question. I've ironically felt closer to that life than this one. A lot of times I felt like I've floated in the middle of these two worlds. And this is what has grounded me. And so I can honestly say that suffering is one of my, besides my loved ones, and you're a part of it, all of you, is my biggest blessing in life. He blessed me and tethered me to suffering so that I did not have to be tethered to a host of other things that I see others tethered to, and that is absolutely devastating on its own. But I spend a lot of time each day speaking to Him, and my way of working and praying, of course I have very sacred silent prayer, but a lot of times I just talk. And I think all of us can say we've lost some friends to things that are very similar to what we're suffering with. Our bodies can only take so much, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of those friends, I'll just say their name, be like, Amy. I've had a dear friend, Amy, on YouTube who passed. She had a lot going on, and she was not quite into her mid-20s almost.
She was one of the ones that you connected with originally.
Yeah.
At YouTube, huh?
Yeah. So, with my Savior and with Heavenly Father and with all those that I know are an army there now, you'll hear me kind of bear my testimony on where I believe this will go. And this, as I talk and as I dream with Heavenly Father, I have to keep a cap on some of my dreams because I'll throw Him into a nervous breakdown. and maybe Misty, and you'll understand why I say Misty in a little while.
We're gonna talk about that. Yeah.
I think we're all gonna throw ourselves into an anxiety attack.
Oh, let me tell you,
the sky is not the limit. I don't believe, a lot of people say sky's the limit. No, it's not.
She is not messing around with what she wants to do with this, guys.
Yes.
So.
Oh, let's go. It's
just, I'll cry a lot, so I don't even, whatever. I genuinely look at you guys as His dearest and sweetest angels. And every day is kind of a dream that I get to be so honored to be surrounded by such strength and grace. So thank you to him for allowing me to suffer and to be refined, and thank you to you guys for trusting us and joining us and linking arms, because it is far, far, far past due. And quite frankly, the Lord can only we can only really see his work when we say we will be your hands. And so having this beautiful army in front of us, there isn't a way for me to thank you properly. Not on earth. But I sure will try. But I love you guys. I love you. You are family. And
So love
will
you guys.
forever be.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're so special to us, and we had some chatter that's happening in the live of someone asking if we knew that Pamela Curtis passed, and yes, that's also part of what we wanted to pause and today. If I'm pretty sure that all of you know who she is. If not. Follow her. She has an individual and the End Pain Stigma on TikTok and even Instagram and Facebook. And we've been in contact. We just barely had a live with Spoonie Mel. You see there, Melissa there.
Try not to cry.
You guys, she was the first person to reach out to the acting VP right now, Christine, to do a check on her. And so if I get chills if the Lord's not working and prompting, we're flattered to whatever degree you respond to Nell and I, but we know that what's really happening is you guys are being moved by something beyond us, and that.
Well, and you've all taken your own leaps of faith. You all are taking. That's why it's such an honor. With Pam, I don't remember whose live we were doing. I don't remember whose interview, but I remember kind of pausing, and because I think Pam had come in and asked a question, and I took the time to go and really check out Pam and what she was about, and it wasn't long after that I told Rex, I don't know how or when, but we need to partner with her somehow. Her incredible amount of work and knowledge and just grace and love for the medical community and the doctors that are really struggling to help us. It's not made easy for them. And I held quite a bit of guilt, but I've since felt Pam just very gently love me for this last few days. But we had her scheduled, and I was really, really not okay. And I told Rex, because Rex was going to do it, and I said, no, I need to be there to talk to Pam, because Pam had done, and Spoonie Mel can attest to this, just so much work. Hard work for all of us.
Oh, you guys have no idea how much I have in my lap right now, and how I feel not quite good enough to take over.
Yeah.
You are.
You got it, baby.
You are.
You can do it.
Because Melissa's in the process of formally becoming part of End Pain Stigma. So we're gonna continue to collaborate with them and the American Chronic Pain Association. Penny Cohen, the founder, has recently retired. I don't know if you knew that. So she has they've just basically changed new leadership, and so I've been in contact with the COO
for the ACPA.
Yeah, for the ACPA, yeah. So when you're talking about those individuals and along with what you're saying, you guys, the pioneering that has gone into it, you think that the logistics of what we've had to do to just come this far has been hard? Can you imagine 40 years ago, Penny Cohen and Pamela, the Pamela Curtises? And I know that there's more, but as far as my knowledge, and we've looked and been a part of it, those two have been some of the top pioneers and leaders that have organized and have actually formalized into a nonprofit and so forth.
Beautiful facial pain warrior there in the corner. She also shared a wonderful group that she knows of. But what we'll do is kind of come together where I really, really was struck by Pam with End Pain Stigma. She was a shark. Like,
Oh,
what
there's
if
a
she
lot of
had
people
fear?
that
You
like
didn't.
Pam.
If she had fear, you didn't see it because. And she gave so much good advice of both to patients and good advice about our caretakers and our doctors, and really knew laws better than I've seen. I think anyone.
Yeah, I was
really,
really impressed. The statistics that she
right.
is aware of and that has posted, you guys,
Yeah.
it's just unreal.
So
the amount of
Melissa,
knowledge in her brain.
yes, I can see
I-
why
I
you're
want you guys
stressed.
to know- I want you guys to know too that Pam and I have been working on a lot of things, like kind of really big things
Yeah,
that had nothing to do with end pain stigma.
Yeah.
They were more like my side of things. Pam was very much the doctor side,
yeah,
and I've always been the patient side.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she was partnering. She was collaborating because she
Yeah.
had recognized that she had focused a lot on the professionals and the protections for them, and you were focusing on doing a lot of interviewing yourself. And so you guys started coming together, and there was some strength that happened there, right?
Yeah, and oh, there's so much work. We have some really, really big things, and I wish I could talk about them, but I can't yet.
we get it.
In time.
There's one big thing that I'm trying really hard to get finished, and that a lot of people know about is a website that we were starting that I'm trying to finish.
Right.
That is message boards for patients where they have safety from trolls, because I cannot protect everybody in the comments section.
Yeah, really.
And that we all know that bad people will come in and say whatever they want to
Yeah,
people.
there's some mean
You know?
people out there.
Yeah, so that's something I'm really trying to finish. But there's also something really, really big, and as soon as I can tell everybody, I will.
That's awesome.
But Pam was a driving force. You know,
Yes, she
would
was.
take my ideas and tell me how to make them come to life.
Oh,
So
she still is going to play that role.
Yeah, she's
So
still. And
you
we
don't worry.
we
a
talked a
bit.
little bit about that, you guys, but make no mistake that she's helping us, and along with others on the other side. I mean, everybody's got a role, and you know, it is fun. You know, Matt, you come to mind. It is so fun to make friends and connections, and there's a lot of value in just what we're doing, right? And then
Yeah.
there's just people coming together and how it helps us cope, and a belongingness, and then we're stronger, right? I mean, there's power in Ashley Pierce and her smile and her, everybody loves her videos that she puts out there, right? You guys all have a degree of power in your own individual efforts, but then you take it.
Every one of you,
Yeah, you-
easily.
You take it to your communities and things like that. But make no mistake, this there's a work beyond. I mean, our creator is aware of people that right now have no idea that this is going on. They are just isolated. They're suffering. They don't, and it is. I used to be.
and we've all really been there.
Yeah,
We've all been
I
there.
have to keep. I keep saying I have to remind myself just shortly after, at least when I started getting connection with Misty's duet, and you guys have probably seen that duet that she did, that I had that response to. But before then, Courtney, I think I told you that your husband, right? He was the first,
Yeah, that's true.
caretaker that I have ever met.
Yeah.
So now it's not like that as much, but you have to remember as you're reaching out and doing all your stuff, people are getting exposed to it for the very first time,
And we all know that some people, and this has been shared with me personally, that they don't watch because it is so hard for them to watch when we do lives and we talk about hard things. So we have to be patient. We all know there's a lot of human beings that are much more blessed with health, and this would be for a lot of them their worst nightmare. Some of them, suffering is worse than death. It's so much like the study they did with criminals on the run. They much rather see a taser or a gun than the dog, right? They don't want to suffer. And so it's a lot for some people to take in, and we need to just continue to be patient. But at the same time, gently push, because if they can get past that, they get to see some of the most incredible human beings behind the pain, behind the whether it's mental, physical, whatever it is. The true gift is what you see, that warrior behind all of our labels, right? So
well, and
keep it up. Just my word.
You want to talk about a duo and an amazing caretaker. Can you introduce your husband that's just joined us, my friend? Because I know I'm interviewing guys, and you guys are one of our future guests. Can you guys introduce yourself a little bit, real quick? You and your husband just came out.
Yeah, I'm Shelly, and this is my husband, Will.
Hi, Will.
And
Amazing.
and what condition does Will live with?
Will has multiple. He has an autoimmune disease called antiphospholipid syndrome. He has pulmonary fibrosis, non-viral Lippmann-Sachs endocarditis. What else do you got in there? Those are like the main ones that he suffers from. The autoimmune disease is what caused the pulmonary fibrosis. Right now he currently is at 15% lung capacity. And he does not qualify for a double lung transplant because of the autoimmune disease. His autoimmune disease basically is what destroyed his heart valve. Turned like the protein that's in his blood into blood clots, and it settled on his heart valve, turned it to mush. That's what caused him to have a stroke. So he has multiple problems from this stroke as well. So
right off the bat, I want you to follow Christine. She's right next to you in the pictures.
Yeah, Christine, I was just gonna say you guys.
Christine, when we talked to you, you were about 20 to 21 lung capacity left. Is it about the same, or is it lowered?
No, it's actually lowered.
Okay.
I'm down to 12 to 13.
Oh. See, you guys, this is
okay.
One of the things we want to do when we're fully up and running is if at all possible, travel to see some of you, and just whatever it is, be there in person.
I'm gonna just
Christine, we love you.
I'm gonna go here.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys, please come together just real quick. I just want to make sure Christine's okay.
Yeah, you guys, it's part of this process and what I've experienced with Pamela, and what Nell's already experienced with her friends is kind of a sobering component. I don't want it to be weird or morbid about it. We all know that eventually we're all going to pass, and this helps to cope and think. And we never know. I mean, I could pass tomorrow, but we also recognize that those that are a part of these efforts some are maybe further along in their conditions, right? And we just want you to know that we have an increased awareness of that. We have a sensitivity to that, and a sense of almost urgency of inclusion. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to you and Will to be on here. I mean, we've got our interview that's later, but you know, sometimes we
these
just
are the
can't
reasons
wait.
that we will bump up people. Christine, we'd love to do another one with you, and we'll make it soon. And
Yeah.
we'll talk to you personally, because my heart's
Yeah.
broken right now.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what you're feeling.
I'm truly scared because I'm
Yeah.
a kidney failure now.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Knowing what happened to Pam.
Yeah.
I love you, Christine.
Yes, we all love you so much.
We love you.
Yeah. You
And I
guys.
promise you that one thing I know about Pam is she'll hold your hand. She'll
Yeah.
hold your hand.
Yeah. Well, and if you wherever you guys in Zoom, those watching on TikTok, those watching this on YouTube, wherever your faith is at, this has helped mine. You know, she's a stronger person when it comes to faith than I've been. There are days where it has just shocked me. Like, I have wondered, like, it is easier to not believe in a God than to believe that God allows these things. I've been in bad places. So wherever you're at, we don't have all the answers, but I'm hoping it helps
Yes.
with your faith, because passing
but
is...
regardless,
yeah.
I do want to say this, and
Yeah.
as we talk, because you guys hear me talk about my faith, and that's very personally mine. There is nothing that we don't care where you guys are. We don't care where your faith is. We don't care. It's not about that.
Yeah.
We wholeheartedly love and accept you exactly as you are, where you are. So if you are like, yeah, she can say all that, but I'm not there. I don't. That's. I don't care. It's about you personally, and quite frankly, when it gets real, like it is for Will
Yeah.
and Christine, and how it was for Pam, and we're,
For all of us eventually. Yeah.
when it gets really real, we're all still human, and those emotions rise up, and then maybe some questions, but
Yeah.
we are here 1,000% in any way you need. And then you have an army, just like Melissa was saying, they're ready to gently welcome you. So either way, we're family, and we'll all take care of each other.
Yeah, it's okay to be
Always.
scared, and that's what I mean by the faith is I'm hoping that there can be a comfort, because if I was further along with a condition or whatever the case may be, I know you guys would say that to me. I mean, I ironically don't deal with a lot of the pain conditions that I'm seeing and hear from you guys. So we hope that to whatever degree, especially Christine and you, Will, that you guys know that, right? The last thing that we would ever want for anybody to feel is that I lived this life of pain. Nobody really cared. Nobody cared to listen.
And what was it all for?
And what was it all? It was all in vain. And I have a handful of people that knew me and cared. The end, right? That is the last thing that we want for people's experience to be.
Right.
And so we love you, and we hope that you guys feel that.
I posted a video earlier today about a program that I'm going through. And it is a Christian-based program, and it's called Reboot Recovery. And it is a free trauma course. The only thing I had to pay for was the workbook. It's $20. And I've spent so much time questioning, you know, my computer started talking.
I was wondering.
I
If
have
somebody else
spent
has something to say.
So much time questioning, why is God doing this to me?
Yep.
Everybody on my page knows that in the last 18 months, I have lost 6 people that I love tremendously.
Yes.
So on top of questioning why God is doing this to my body, I've questioned why he's taking so many people.
Yeah.
And this recovery, this trauma course, last night was my 3rd week. It's 12 weeks. And last night, we answered those questions.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that's why I posted the video on it today, because I wanted everybody to see that this is something that's out there.
Yeah.
If they need help walking through that. Pam's faith was so deep and strong.
Yeah.
And I needed work on mine.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, and that's okay.
So
I will thank you for sharing that. I will
Yeah.
make sure to watch that. And
It's an incredible program. Incredible.
Me too.
yep.
Hey, we have a new. Thank you for all of your comments, you guys.
I feel like I'm putting money in.
You know, and even if you cut, I want to say this because I feel like I'm kind of harping on it, but it's so important to me. So important that I'll say this, and I love you,
Hi, guys.
family and friends that are still of our original faith that Rex and I were part of. We walked away from our religion. We live in Utah, so it's not hard to guess what religion we're a part of. And it was not an easy decision. And I'm sharing this so that you guys know how important this is to me, that while we are sharing so much faith-based or Christian things, that if you hype up and you want to share whatever it is, and you have a totally different view, the respect is there.
You're
and we would
sensitive to
love
that,
to
yeah.
listen to you. Not only was it becoming more and more difficult for me to fulfill the callings in my religion, but also to live up to other people's expectations, or to be told I didn't have enough faith. And or I would have been better and done better, and but I know, and I really, one thing I do not like is when I see other people attacking religions, like a blanket statements that just are so rough and so unnecessary. And it's especially right now in the world that we're in, it's time for some maturity and quite frankly some unconditional love, and we need to kick ourselves in the ass. It's time. I walked away, and I was really afraid to tell my parents. I'm 45, and I was afraid to say, because so much of that, what I grew up with, and the teachings that we were taught, are still so deep. But I felt like it was twofold. It was necessary for my health, and I felt like I just needed to be in a space where I could be more neutral. When we decided to start this and talk to people from everywhere with all kinds of backgrounds and in different spaces in their hearts and souls and minds, and I at least have a strong enough faith that I have no doubt that, if there were, one religion, I'd follow suit if I was talking to God and he was like, hey, just so you know, you left the right religion. Oh, let me
Oopsie.
correct that. But
Yeah.
what's been interesting is since then, in my speaking with him and praying with him, and just it has been the most beautiful relationship and the most just things accelerated, the miracles, the doors opening, the understanding. And so
I'm glad you used the word more relationship than religion.
yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
interject, but
no,
that's
yeah.
exactly please do anytime.
It's more just of a relationship part. And if you look at it on more of a level of everyone, any type of relationship, you're all at different levels in a
Exactly.
relationship.
Yes.
At the beginning of the relationship, the middle, everything's all great. The middle, it's like what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Kind of towards the end, it's like, and then, then you get that punch, like, yes, this is where I was supposed
Yeah.
to be. So it's not even about a set of rules. It's
Yeah,
more of a
It's so
relationship.
personal.
Yeah,
isn't it?
for me, there's like three things it's just simplified. Like, I discovered grace. Okay, I went almost my whole life, and I didn't really understand or
Yeah.
even apply, grace. I was focused so much about what I was doing and not. And then the second thing was, like you said, relationships, just connecting with people. I love diversity, all walks of life. I don't care. And then, just principles, right? Spirituality, right?
The
We all,
basics.
we all have a soul, right? We all, and it just keeps it more simple to me in terms of some commonality, and it's worked for me. But.
Well, the way we look at it is we have 3 grown children, and we've taught them their whole lives that they were not born to make Rex and I happy, although we absolutely adore them. They were not born to do a job for us. They were born to figure out who they are and who they are in their relationship with their Heavenly Father, their Savior. They were born to walk their own path, and they were born to make their own decisions. And it's beautiful to see how all 3 of them have that wonderful foundation of being loving, serving human beings. And that's really all we asked for, is that you contribute to this world as hard as you can with love and service. The rest of it, you run, you fly, you do whatever you do. And I think too often, as parents, even, a lot of us really well in our intentions, it's easy to take choices away, or it's easy to, and not just parents, just anybody that you're around, especially if you're in a group or an organization. It's easy to make somebody feel as if they're going to cause a problem if they speak up, or if you speak up or ask a question, then you're not having faith. And we believe much different than that. And so if any of you, when we are speaking and you're just like, hey, I just want to bow out.
We talk about pain. What does that have to do with pain, right?
Yeah. Or is this a safe place for me to say what I believe? The answer is yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. You do you. 100%. And you are so loved and so valued, and we are so enriched by all of you. So, and everybody watching is, and anybody that goes and clicks on your, hopefully subscribes to you guys, will feel the same.
I don't mean to keep harping on that program, but a few of the things you guys said really stuck, right? Because one, Rex, you mentioned we all have a soul. And one thing we talked about last night is, one, physical pain does cause a lot of trauma.
Yep.
It causes trauma. And we talked about how the only thing we can really fix our soul with is our faith. Whatever your faith is in,
Yeah, there's a role
That is
about,
how
yeah, it's a part.
right, that is how you feed your soul to help you overcome that trauma. And I have a grown daughter who is doing this course with me by her choice. I didn't push
That's
her.
beautiful.
But I didn't realize until we were in this course how much watching me deteriorate over the last several years has traumatized her.
Yeah.
Right? So we have to remember that. And I grew up in Las Vegas, so I'm right there with you guys.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I
lived in Utah.
Yeah.
that might be
Very
a
nice in Vegas.
Yeah.
that might be a good segue. We're talking about, you know, all these variables that come into play, and we you know, whatever expertise we've gained, it's to a degree it's just because of our own personal experiences. But you guys might have noticed Alyssa Wolf.
I was just gonna say.
Alyssa Wolf
can you
just joined
introduce
us. Alyssa is a professional. She is a doctor. I'm not going to steal her thunder. I connected with her just within the last 2 days. She will be one of our future guests. We aren't going to have her wait till June of
No.
2023.
No.
Although I'm tempted. No.
What-
No,
what
I'm just
was that
kidding. I'm
even?
just kidding. But we haven't got the details of when that's going to happen. But it's going to happen. But I wanted to have her on.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce yourself a little bit, Alyssa? And does any of this ring true? What attracted you to all of this?
What attracted me to chronic pain?
Well, no, I mean, like you're on TikTok. You're
yeah.
like what? Let me back up just actually a little bit. What kind of a doctor? What do you do as a profession?
Sure. Well, I'm a doctor of physical therapy, so everyone is all too well and familiar with us physical therapists. But it's funny we're having this conversation about faith, and honestly, for me, you kind of said what has attracted me to this conversation, and for me, from the beginning of my career, it's always felt like my faith was pulling me towards doing something big with chronic pain. And many years ago, actually, I was driving in my car, and one day I was listening to worship music, and I just felt like I got a word that said, you're going to do something big. And at the time, I was like, okay, God, well, what do you want me to do? And then since then, I've always wanted to start my own business and do something that I couldn't do in the clinic. I think that was the hardest part for me was, as a PT, there's so many limitations in what I could do, and I knew that there was better care available, but the restrictions of the healthcare setting and the insurance companies and what they would allow me to do,
Yes.
just it wouldn't work.
Yep.
And so it's been a long-term goal of mine to get out of there and start my own business. So the model that I use is completely different. It's nothing like physical therapy. So I just call it coaching because I don't know what else to call it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it combines, I like to say, health coaching, physical therapy, neuroscience, and your best friend, all in one is kind of what I look at it like. So it's a little bit of a different
That's
approach,
amazing.
but what I'm really excited about it is that the outcomes are better than what I could ever do in the clinic, which is really neat.
That's
But,
amazing.
It's awesome.
Way awesome.
Yeah.
We are all about I love to hear, and I'll actually even search out sometimes, and sometimes it'll pop up in a way. Okay, I'm a YouTuber more than TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. This is how
On
I
TikTok,
introduce.
but we're getting to
One
YouTube
second,
through
guys.
TikTok.
Will has to go lay down, so he just
Okay.
wanted to say.
Oh, Will,
Will?
we love you. We'll see you soon.
Love you, Will.
We love you, my friend.
Please hang in there.
Thanks for
Oh,
joining us.
Sweet couple.
They're the cutest
Yeah.
couple ever.
They go live.
Yeah.
You guys, if you're not following them, they go live. They're doing a lot of amazing things. So,
Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Last night I was in their live.
Yeah.
And Shelly, who sang? Who was that guy that sang? He sang
Buddy
"You Are
Rich.
My Billy Rick." He sang "You Are My Sunshine." I was crying like a baby.
Oh.
She was singing with Will, and the guy was singing to Will, and I was like, "Oh."
Oh.
When Will was sedated, I always sang to him, "You Are My Sunshine."
Yeah.
Like, probably was the only song I knew. I don't know, but I jump constantly. So it has just become, it's just our thing. And I am trying to make a collection of everyone who would possibly be willing to sing "You Are My Sunshine," and just have a collection of that for just to bottle up those memories. And it just
Sounds
it
like
just
something
means
we
a lot.
need to do as a group.
Hey, I'm gonna throw something out there since I could do 100 people in this Zoom. If you're on TikTok and you want to join this Zoom live,
Please do. We'd love to see you.
Go to Andy's Journeys post with me talking in the suit, and in the comments it has the Zoom info. She shared it. So if you want to pull that link up on a
And
computer,
you don't need to be on camera.
you don't have to be on camera, but we got room, guys. So if you're listening to that and that's you, Gracie
I'm
Conal
so
or
sorry
whoever,
for the comments that I can't see
Yeah,
from here,
yeah.
and I have my new glasses on. I still can't.
so you're
Yeah.
welcome to use that information. She shared that, and hopefully see some other people come into the Zoom call.
I posted it in the comments.
Oh, you did?
Oh, perfect.
Good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, come join.
Yeah.
Can I share
Anybody.
something?
Yes.
So, I have severe bipolar depression.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of meds in here.
Yeah.
This is morning, and this is night, and it's probably
Jeez.
8 a day or 10.
Yeah.
If I don't take these, I won't live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't know what you don't know, and when I was hospitalized last in 2016, I had a gentleman next to me with Alzheimer's, and being the mayor's wife, nobody can tell me what to do.
Yeah, and some people might
I
not
love
know that.
Stephanie's.
She's
I love it.
She's a mayor. You're up in
And
Canada.
so
She's in Canada. She's
we
a
have-
mayor's wife in
we
Canada.
have where I had first been admitted. We have a mental hospital that is. I'm offended because they do horror movies in it.
Oh wow.
Those.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
very
Yes,
different.
a special day called Blade. That's Top Day. I can't not to say the
Yeah.
brand. But you know what? That made me mad. And I rolled up, and there's two OPP. They're protecting the property,
Mm-hmm.
and they knew I was right away. Probably just because I got a big mouth and I just say it. Not because I'm the mayor's wife, but that helps. And I just said, can I just walk up? And I turned on the live, and I said, today's whatever top day, but you know what? It's every day. Don't you feel like it's every day, right? Like, that's great. You want to section out a certain day to the big corporation. And then I went to a location where near our beach, and you couldn't get over the bridge, and I didn't know it was blocked. And I just went into, I'm going to let you know mode.
Mm-hmm.
And I stood there and I said, you know what? There was a man next to me with Alzheimer's, and I had bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
And I hear all of you making fun of people walking up and down our downtown street because
Yeah.
they fell through the cracks because they didn't get treatment.
Homeless.
So you blame them. How dare you?
Good for you.
And then I said, now you see this? There's a block here that I can't get past. But guess what? Then there's another one behind it. That's my life.
And you know what I said? So if the man with Alzheimer's was walking out of the hospital, you'd have every cop in the planet looking for him. But me, I deserve it.
Yeah, and we're
You're wrong.
Stephanie, I just gotta say, Matt took his glasses, put them on. He was like,
oh, he's
now you're talking, because he fights for the same rights.
When and while we're listening to
I'm
Stephanie,
so glad you brought up the mental. Rex is.
Oh wait, let me pause for a second. We got Santa that's just joined our live. Santa.
Oh, hey Santa.
Hey guys.
Look at what you did all of a
Oh,
sudden.
Santa, my friend. Santa joined our.
Santa.
Santa joined our Zoom call last time we turned TikTok purple.
Yeah.
And I've been in contact with him, and he's got, he's busy, is crazy busy.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a talent agency right now that you got to go through and things, and so he wanted to be here, but he's just popped in. So
you are here. Thank you so much for that.
He's welcome to pop into the Zoom, but he's just popped into the live. There was a comment. So thanks, Santa. We love you. You know we all love you.
I hope you've seen all the smiles that you caused in 1 second.
Yeah, well, he's one of us.
He's
what
such
he's doing.
a special spirit.
He knows what we're doing. He knows you guys. So I know that he gives
Ashley,
his love
I'm
to
smiling
all
like
of
you are. I'm trying to hold in the little kid.
Oh, thank you, my
We
friend.
might have competition.
Oh boy.
Yeah, yeah,
Talk to Christine
yeah.
about how courageous you are.
Yeah.
One of my children is not talking to me.
Yeah.
It's so painful. Like,
That would
and
be
they
horrible.
stop, and I have 3, and 2 of them take turns. And Christine, I've got a funny thing I say now into the camera. I say, I've lost everything. Everyone was almost homeless, didn't want to live, didn't have a reason, thought, is mine some stupid video game and this is all a joke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're real? And you know what? Now I look into the camera and I tell people and I say, Christine, I say, we are dangerous because we've lost everything. There's no lower to go.
Yeah.
You better watch out.
Yep. Yep. I
So I want
totally.
you to know that
We all
you
know that.
are a warrior, and you know what? I want to say to you that whatever God has planned for any of us, especially you,
Yeah.
you are being equipped for the real deal. This is a
Exactly.
trick. This is a.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
is not the real deal. Okay.
No.
What I just fully believe that I'm being equipped for the next part of what I've created to do. And
Yes,
you
exactly.
are an expert at a whole lot of things
Yeah.
that we are not.
Yeah.
And that's what keeps me alive, because I want you to know that that people think stupid things like I have nice hair or whatever, that life is easy.
Yeah.
I genuinely sometimes, we lost someone in our family to bipolar, and I got the guts to tell this is not the fun part, that's just the stuff you talk about.
Yeah.
And I got the guts to say to my mom, you know what? I know why he did it. And if I had the guts, you wouldn't be talking to me.
Yeah.
Because this suffering alone
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
And no, the first time we did this together, I went, this emotional, mental, and physical pain is interchangeable for every single one of us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and you have different ways to speak your voice and the passion. I've mentioned that to you with the grace that you do that. Are you guys in the mood? Are you guys up for a song from her now, or we want to wait till later? Because she's gonna do maybe at least a number. You wanna give us a
I
number?
would like to, because I gotta take these.
Yeah, let's do
and
that.
Go have some sort of wine.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
a perfect time.
Ecumenic.
Yeah, there's two.
Yeah, let's listen. Let's
perfect time,
turn the time
especially,
over to her.
Burn out.
For Christine, I'd love you to just.
Yeah, take it
soak
away.
this in.
Take it away, my
Okay,
friend, and then you
so
can dip off if you need to.
literally- So here's the other thing, Christine especially. I always say to people, and they can think that they can put me in the loony bin if they want, but I have one foot in heaven and one foot on earth.
Yeah.
And it's that aloneness, but I'm not alone because I have my faith. So what am I trying to say before I play? Is let it be done on earth as it is in heaven. And so it says, don't look to the right or to the left. Why? Because it's noise. And the distraction will send us to destruction.
I love it. Thy will be done.
And so this song was written for now. Like literally they asked me to participate and it came to me.
Oh.
I just hear angels sing, and then I just play. So
Beautiful.
this is straight from heaven, and I think it's really going to encourage you, Christine, because I want you to know, although it's not my lungs,
Yeah.
it's my mind and broken heart, and I
Yeah.
feel sometimes like I just don't even want to bother anymore.
No, honey.
So, anyway, here we go. I haven't even named it yet.
You're amazing.
Okay, I hope you can hear the words. And by the way, I'm playing with a Brett because I can't find a frickin'
That's awesome.
pick because of my ADHD.
That's improvisation right there.
Anyway. Today, it hurts so bad. Today, no sense in getting mad. How do I explain this pain you cannot see? How do I show you what life is like for me? Some days I cry. All day in my bed. Some days I try. Going through the motions and giving up instead. Today, I missed my boy's grad. Today, no, he's so sad. How do I explain this pain he cannot see? How do I show my love the guilt
Wow, that's a beautiful, and that's an original, right? That's
Look, the original from last year's writing.
You
Awesome.
are a gift, my friend.
is that not crazy, you guys?
Hey, if anybody wants to
Matt
have a record
approves.
that, you can have it. You know, I had my day on the stage, but like now I just use it for good.
Every time I hear you sing, like it just brings like this wash of just peace.
Yeah.
Like it just like that you understand, especially in this community where it's so misunderstood. Like hearing a song that's saying, how do I tell them that I'm in pain and they can't see it? Like it's a daily struggle that we all go through. So like your song just puts that wash of, okay, I'm not alone. I'm truly not alone.
Yeah.
Thank you, because peace is not what my mind has most of the time. So that's really meaningful.
You just created it for all of us.
Non-peace, cause peace.
I get
As
chills
far
every
as the
time.
fundraiser, I'll record this for free, and you know, I don't care about fame. I could give two craps about it. You know, I've been around famous people as a musician, and it doesn't make you happy. But it's just hard walking around and nobody has a clue, and you just could wonder. I just scream at the top of my lungs. Would anybody hear me?
Yeah.
Well, we and many others
We're so blessed by you.
have heard you as deep as you could possibly think of it. You really, you speak, and your energy from your heart. And
For somebody who suffers so deeply, you are such a light and a peaceful one at that. And you are so irreplaceable.
She wrote a song for our last, you guys. She actually wrote a song for Nell and the last time that we went live. And you know, it's been an honor to keep in contact with her, and it's so fun following you guys. You guys don't always know what's going on in all of our little noggins. I mean, we are part of your guys' lives. You know, we watch you. We don't have to like or comment to every little thing to have you guys just know that we are liking and commenting on those things. We see your lives, your family, your kids. It's just a joy, you know, to have you guys be a part of it.
For me, you know,
Thank you very much.
a lot of times I'm not, you know, maybe it's just like you guys all understand. But especially for my eye, maybe not watching as much as Rex can, but you're absolutely, I think about you guys so, every single day, but it just amazes me, I think, how many times a day, that I wonder about you and pray for you, and I wish that we could do more and wish that we could go faster. I know, Melissa, you're kind of feeling the same way, but wish that we could just provide. And
I wish we were all in the same place so we could just give each other hugs.
I
And
know.
Oh yeah.
I know. I'm always like the most gentle hugs.
And it holds a lot of people.
Yeah, big hug.
And I'm building an accessible house for myself, because if I go up the stairs some days with my drugs, and if I fall back, I could
Yeah.
Yeah.
accident. So I wanted to build a one level so I can crawl to bed if I was ever alone.
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing something, but I only wanted to share, and then I have to go, is that part about my son's graduation,
Yeah.
that
It's true.
really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to cry, but my children, my illness has harmed them so bad.
I'm so sorry.
And it's not my fault, but
No.
they resent the crap out of me.
Oh.
And also, I lost my first husband to this illness. He dropped me at the hospital after 14 years and never came back.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm just so glad now, and Rex, that you have each other. So I just appreciate you letting me be here and be all in who I am. Because this is just one big. This is like a snowball.
Absolutely.
And we
Yes.
love every part of it.
We so do.
You bring in a dynamic that I connect with. You know that I've shared some things that I go through. That's the area with my OCD and perfectionism.
Yep.
There's an element of pain with that. So yeah, absolutely. A lot of people can relate to that, and because of that, they feel even more included.
I missed our youngest daughter's graduation, so I understand. That creates a new low for, I think, a mom. Just
Pain and feeling
I
like a failure
understand.
or something. Yeah, I mean, there's pain right there. Just
But
a lot to unpack.
you are sunshine, and we all need you. We need you so
I
deeply.
need that.
Yeah, and the people
And
that are
I
in
even
the
put on really loud eye makeup for you.
yeah,
I
I know
love
you're
that.
looking nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we've got people in the chat. We've got a lot of people that have joined, and they've just been commenting and just loving this, you guys. So they're saying amen, amen, amen. And you guys, again, you're welcome to join this Zoom call with the information. If you go to Andy's Journey, and there's a comment has some
Or Melissa, did you say you put it in yours as well?
I'll put it in the chat again.
chat. Okay.
Perfect.
Well, I'm sorry I have
But
to
yeah, go ahead and-
take these, or I'll be
Yes.
up all night.
You go take care of yourself.
Love you all.
Yes, go ahead.
Get up the stairs safely.
I'm sorry if I don't comment on your videos. I get mentally exhausted.
No.
I post a lot,
We all
but-
get it.
You
We've
don't
all
have
been
to
there.
apologize, my
Yeah.
friend.
No
I
apologizing.
do what I can do. So
Yep.
I will be here anytime, and yeah, I'm serious. Let's talk about maybe recording this and using it to raise money. Because sitting in my guitar case is not doing any good.
It's stunning.
Thanks.
It's stunning.
Bye. Love you
Thanks.
all.
We love,
Love
you so
you.
much,
See
Stephanie.
ya.
See ya.
Bye from the Canadian.
I love it.
Courtney.
I think it's so important
Courtney.
that
Oh, go ahead. No, sorry.
I think it's so important that everyone realizes that mental health causes just as much pain as some of our physical
Yeah.
There
conditions.
you go.
And causes physical conditions.
Yeah.
Yep. And
And
vice
physical
versa.
conditions cause mental. It's
Yeah.
so so
Yeah.
intermingled, and it's important we remember that.
Yep.
You-
Absolutely.
Courtney in here, I want to hear just a little bit. You were the first person that we interviewed, guys.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
don't know if any of you guys all know that. What the heck do you think of what is happening, my friend?
This is amazing. Like, this is exactly what we wanted to happen. Like, this blew up so amazing that so many people now know that they're not alone and that chronic pain is more, I don't know the word, like, there's a lot more people that have it, that we all keep it a secret because the doctors make us feel like it's a secret sometimes.
Yeah.
And we now know that there's so many people out there that can love on us and help us get through this. And I don't know, this has been amazing. Like, I've been sitting here just wiping my eyes because this is amazing. This is exactly what you wanted now. This is exactly what we talked about that first day. Like,
You're right.
this is
Well, and
6 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt and Ashley, how about this being hopefully the opposite of bullying? You guys have gone through some bullying,
yes.
haven't you, Matt and Ashley?
Yeah, they have.
You guys have experienced some bullying, and hopefully this is kind of the opposite of that, right?
Right, right.
I wish we had just a big, well, I'm going to wish until it happens, like a big retreat center that has all of the necessary medical equipment and comforts so that we can come together once a year.
Yeah.
That's something Rex hasn't heard yet.
And Laurel,
Hey!
Laurel,
Oh
I
my
wanna
gosh,
I wanna
Laura.
squeeze you in there, my friend. She was number 3. I think it went Courtney, Misty, and Laurel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Laurel, I remember you made a comment when we were last time we turned TikTok purple, and you had some walls up, kind of in terms of things like that, and things have changed for you in terms of kind of what you felt like that you found. Do you want to? What has all
it
of this
gotten
done
better?
for you? Has this?
You are stunning, my friend. I keep looking at you.
I mean, I've just
I know
seen.
she's gorgeous.
Yeah. I'm like, don't feel weird. I just keep looking at you.
I mean, I think I interact with the ladies on here, and that's about it, really. I mean, I don't get out. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't really communicate with a lot of my old friends.
Yeah.
You feel like there's more and more on TikTok that you've been able to make connections with, and it's kind of helped you to feel like you could open up to more and more people, even if they're not there, around you physically. You found more and more of that on TikTok?
I'm finding plenty of people, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people
Oh, good.
that are supportive.
Do you remember the last live that we had? Laurel never made a video.
Oh,
And I- yeah,
for the
first one,
collaboration
so I was
video,
like-
right?
I was like, no, this isn't here. And so we got her to do
Oh yeah, she's talking about
I
she's.
did one. I did a duet today. And
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
You're doing better than me, girl.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You mean she hadn't done a post at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then that's what I'm kind of getting at is that
Yeah.
you've kind of opened up in a constructive way, and I've loved seeing that, and there was a post shortly after that, and like you said, you just barely did one. I love seeing that.
Poking my head out.
And I don't know if anxiety was associated with that. I know Matt's talked about how that's a very real thing with him in terms of his connections that he's trying to make.
Well, I even have to jump over that little hurdle because I'll be doing my own uploads. And I'm like, what is it? I think for me, a lot of it is, one of the lives, I was in bed and it was the first time whoever joined was able to see how fevered I can get. So I don't know who was able to see that one. But our dear friend Julie let me know. She's like, yep, you were a plum. So I'm like, that's what friends are for. But I just stayed back in the bed, and when my fevers rage, it's enough to stop. I've been stopped by a couple doctors, and they've asked to take a picture, just stop in their tracks. And my arms and my face, that's the only place it goes, but it is like it's fire. And so a lot of times I'm like, who wants to, they're not even going to hear me speak. They're just going to be like, she's on fire. Somebody cool her down. So I'm like, I have to get ready to do that. And for me, I think it's like how much I have to do just to do an upload.
Yeah.
But so many of you have gone so much further than me. And I'm so impressed.
Well, and a lot of the progress,
you all have hurdles to get over.
We've been behind the scenes. We've been working and developing an office. She's got her office here, decking that out pretty nice for her. She's got some goals of wanting to reach out to the Spoonful of Sugar email that we have. So
Yeah.
she, you know, we're always trying to. She's going to get into to some more details and talking
Yeah, I
about
will.
some progress. But that's just been fun for us to kind of put that together for her, because that's what the whole Spoonful of Sugar is about, is that she's trying to genuinely try to reach out to every single one of you guys and have you feel, you know, that you're just unbelievably special. And she just, you know, until the day we both die, she wants to, it's the whole world. I don't care how far we, you know, she just wants to just reach out to everybody, you know.
Yeah, if I have any, well, no, I just am just, this is what Heavenly Father tells me all the time. Get out of my way and walk with me instead of standing in my way. And when I say, okay, and I truly, truly mean it, things happen rapidly. And we've been able to meet some goals that I was like, you know, you kind of question, you have your human moments and you question whether, you know, and there's other humans that you have to rely on and with processes that you wish, but there's been several times that I've been, my anxiety's been quieted down, and he's reminded me that he has this. And every time we do this, I read this last time, and I decided every time that we come together as a community that I'm going to read this because of how powerful it is. And there's no words that I can come up with that are that really strike the soul like this. So if you guys wouldn't mind giving me that minute.
Absolutely.
Minute, who am I kidding? And then I have a really cool list of, like, I thought it was so amazing. Besides that, I thought it was so amazing. I went back and really looked at who we've had on and just pondered upon all of you and wrote down all the names and all the conditions that we have been able to be enlightened by and be a part of. And just within 6 months, I just was stunned, absolutely stunned at the progress and the faith that all of you have put in this process, and in Heavenly Father's will. And I'll shut up there because I there's not, like I said, there's nothing I can say that's better than this. So some of you will remember this. Some of you, this will be new to you. And it's called Death of a Dream. O Christ, in whom the final fulfillment of all hope is held secure, I bring to you now the weathered fragments of my former dreams, the broken pieces of my expectations, the rent patches of my hopes worn thin, the shards of some shattered image of the life I once thought it would be. What I so wanted has not come to pass. I invested my hopes in desires that returned only sorrow and frustration. Those dreams, like glimmering fairy feasts, could not sustain me. And in my head, I know that you are sovereign over this, over my tears, my confusion, and my disappointment. Yep. But I still feel in this moment as if I have been abandoned, as if you do not care that these hopes have collapsed to rubble. And yet I know this is not so. You are the sovereign of my sorrow. You apprehend a wider sweep with wiser eyes than mine. My history bears the fingerprints of grace. You are always faithful, though I could not always trace quick evidence of your presence in my pain. Yet did you remain at work, lurking in the wings, sifting all my splinterings for bright embers that might be breathed into more eternal dreams. I have seen so oft in retrospect how you had not neglected me, but had with a master's care flared my desire like silver in a crucible to burn away some lesser longing and bring about your better vision. So let me remain tender now to how you would teach me. My disappointments reveal so much about my agenda for my life, the ways I quietly demand that it should play out, free of conflict, free of pain, free of want. My dreams are so small. Your bigger purpose has always been for my greater good, that I would day to day be fashioned into a more fit vessel for the indwelling of your spirit and molded into more compassionate emissary of your coming kingdom. And you, in love, will use all means to shape my heart into those perfect forms. So let this disappointment do its work. My truest hopes have never failed, that they have merely been buried beneath the shoveled muck of disillusion or encased in a carapace of self-serving desire. It is only false hope that is brittle, shattering like shells of thin glass, to reveal the diamond hardness of the unshakable eternal hopes within. So shake and shatter all that would hinder my growth, O God. Unmask all false hopes, that my one true hope might shine out unclouded and undimmed. So let me be tutored by this disappointment. Let me listen to its holy whisper, that I might release at last these lesser dreams, that I might embrace the better dreams you dreamed for me and for your people, and for your kingdom, and for your creation. Let me join myself to these, investing all hope in the one hope that will never come undone or betray those who place their trust in it. Teach me to hope, O Lord, always and only in you. You are the king of my collapse. You answer not what I demand, but what I do not even know to ask. Now take this dream, this husk, this chaff of my desire, and give it back reformed and remade according to your better vision. Or do not give it back at all. Here in the ruins of my wrecked expectation, let me make this best confession. Not my dreams, O Lord, not my dreams, but yours be done. That has become a part of my prayer, a part of my sitting with my Savior, a part of a spoonful of sugar. And I'm going to let you know, I'm going to go down really quick. And I know I don't have it all written down here, but I want you guys to remember, this was just back in March that we first got together. Since March, we have had the pleasure of having interviews with Ocean Vampire, Matt Blackstock, Mandy, Ashley, Chelsea, Jessica and Stephen, Liz, Alexandra, beautiful artist that we'll show you what she's done. The Truffle Man, Chaz, am I saying that right? I hope. Phoenix to Evolution, she is a healthcare worker. So Alyssa, she reminds me a lot of you, and both beautiful people. And it takes a special person to go into that field. It takes a very special spirit. And I just want to pause and say, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for doing what you're doing. And for even pushing it further and listening to the spirit that's been working with you, because you are who we hope comes in the future. Someone that has new ideas and new things that we might be able to try to relieve suffering. So thank you. Chelsea Phil, Laurel Lingle, Gianni, Chambliss, which is her, It's Miss Bliss, Butterfly Christine, Donna Jackson, Andrea from Sugar Free Coach, Danny Dozer, he's just Johnny Depp, okay? Stephanie Brown.
You guys know him.
Yeah, who we
Okay,
just...
Danny.
Stephanie, who we were
Danny.
just blessed by with her song. Christina, who she's at Rare Bones X. She has an incredible story. Antonio's Voices. He has some mental conditions. He's one of the funniest men, and I love that he makes a lot of fun out of his conditions. He's an amazing person. Courtney, Santa, of course. Alan and Mindy are good friends who were there last time. Let's see. Becca Cloud, Jennifer, Meredith Crosby, and Miss Imperfectly Perfect, Misty. But I'll get back to it.
And Facial Pain Warrior. Facial Pain Warrior is in there.
Facial Pain Warrior, absolutely. She is one that's really touched me as well, because she has similar pain to mine, and so she's so special to me. And her hair grows really fast, my word.
Yes.
She
had her.
If you guys remember,
cut all right here,
she
you
had
guys.
just had everything shaved, and I think it was full.
Cut.
They opened her up.
Yeah.
She's really suffered. And I'm going to go down a list of things that it's both impressive and very sobering. But we've learned more about bipolar, depression, PTSD, ADHD, anxiety, Krabbe disease, which is a genetic condition, which took our sweet great nephew at 1 year old. Just months ago. Alpha 1. I even practice some of these words. So antitrypsin deficiency, which is an incurable lung disease. That's also genetic. Collapsed lung. This is Christine, and this is where I asked Christine if she was lower than the 20 to 21%, which when we spoke to her a few months ago. So I would love to get to her somehow.
Me too.
We have spoke about lung cancer, organ shifts, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, lupus, FBSS, which is Feldback surgery syndrome, muscle myopathy, fibromyalgia, diabetic neuropathy, fibrous dysplasia, McCune-Albright syndrome, I hope I said that right, scoliosis, severe spine issues, medical PSTD, which most of us probably have. We talked about suicide prevention advocates, and we also lost a very, very dear, precious 16-year-old in our family to suicide a few months ago. Long COVID chronic illness, trigeminal neuralgia, which facial pain warrior, if I remember right, that's what she has, and that's very close to what I have, CRPS. IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. We talk about it all here. And I seriously mean that. Nobody needs to be ashamed of anything, because we all know that what our main diagnoses are probably are causing other things, and our meds, if that's not, our meds probably are. Interstitial cystitis, postural orthostatic, tachycardia syndrome, Turner syndrome, hearing loss, pre-diabetic, polycystic ovary syndrome, Addison's disease, pseudo cerebri, severe osteoporosis, sensory processing disorder, liver failure, kidney disease, brain injury, paralyzed colon, autism, disability awareness, degenerating disc, brain cyst, Raynaud's syndrome. I hope I said that right as well.
Raynaud's, yeah.
Okay. We've had cancer survivors, I believe, failed spinal infusions, and last but not least, we are all trauma and suffering survivors. That's a lot in 6 months. And I was stunned looking at how much I didn't know before speaking with all of you or having the chance to interview all of you. And obviously this is one of our big missions, because I just touched a little bit on mental conditions. This is what the world doesn't know. And even us being in this community, how many things have you not ever heard of,
The list of guests has things I still haven't heard of.
So our big news is our name is ours officially. Spoonful of Sugar Incorporated. We are a business.
Woo!
We have a little bit more work to do, but we got there. We've been working, and you guys have stuck with us, as we've said. Hang in there. And I feel silly saying I'm the CEO, because CEO. to me it is always God's, and that's what will carry this through. Rex is the Chief Operating Officer, and Miss Misty Marvin,
pleased to announce,
is and I hope I'll let Rex say it, because she's
the Vice President of Operations.
Thank you.
So she's really, there's a lot of logistics that goes in, especially when it's not just that she's not able to be on the lives, but there's just a ton of stuff that goes on behind the scenes until something can be ready to be presented. And it's kind of sobering to learn a lot of that. And so she's really helpful in helping, carry things. So she's got her own, and will continue to do her own thing, but we officially have her. She's actually the third director and Vice President of Operations. So congratulations, Misty, and we're really excited to have you.
I'm so excited. I'm so honored.
She is
ready for a wild ride.
Yeah, we've told her. I tried to scare her away.
Yeah,
she wouldn't. I'm proud of what Spoonful of Sugar is. And I was proud to have that go across the Secretary of State of Utah, his desk, And I was proud to have him read what we're about and what we're trying to do. But I'm proud that we are led by people that know you, that live with similar, very, very similar conditions. And I mean, we have between the three of us a physical disease, my pain, which has become the disease itself. Physical disease creates pain. Rex has mental, his mental trials, and he's also a caretaker. And Misty's got all that mixed in, and I just really felt like I hope that you guys feel safe. I hope that you feel safe as we become. Yes, it's an official company, but we are still us. And the only thing that will change, and I say the only thing, it's a lot, we are going to be working our tails off to hopefully partner with companies, come up with new ideas. Just similar to what Melissa's saying, working on easier ways for you guys to communicate, easier ways for you guys to say, hey, I've got this problem. Is there, do you guys have, there's so many ideas that for me, it's hard for me to kind of share them all. We
Nonprofit.
Absolutely, it's we're in the middle of the nonprofit part is the longer part.
Yeah, takes a little bit. We'll end up to our link tree in our link on our bio. We'll end up having the actual formal PayPal and Venmo. So we're going to be doing funding, and then increase budgeting. We have plans to go back on Good Things Utah. They want us back, so they've even asked for us to recur. So they want to continue to have us, and so that's something that we are excited about. But obviously so funding to do some good things for you guys
and we have some others that are interested that we're just waiting for this to happen, the final papers, the final, like, you're a company. So we have others that were very interested, love the idea of it all. And quite frankly, I love how simple Spoonful of Sugar is. It is about finding you, about you knowing that you are seen, about you knowing that you are loved, and it's about providing a product or a service, and getting those out to you. And it might look different for all of you, and I hope to be able to have enough companies interested that we can kind of cater to each of you. Some of you, there's just so much. There's so much out there, and so much that it's interesting. I was telling Rex, because I have for my whole life been oddly interested in companies and products, and how well they make their products, and why do you make that product, and how proud are you of that product, right? My kids even make fun of me that that I'm constantly looking for the new, the best, and this will serve Spoonful of Sugar in such a beautiful way, because there's endless companies that we plan on reaching out to now, as from a company to a company, instead of me just saying, hey, it's just me.
Well, and this charity, this is a big charity, and obviously when they responded, they actually asked for basically our 503 PayPal. You can't just give them your personal Venmo. And so as we not only are formal business, when we get the nonprofit and you actually have that all formally set up, then you're able to do something like that, and then charities take you more seriously. So they're actually a pretty big charity, and we'll be revisiting that, but it takes some time, and so thank you for your patience.
But I don't think too much longer, honestly, you guys. We've been working hard, and we have an excellent legal team that's helping us. So we're hoping to make it expedited, if at all possible. But yeah, all sorts of ideas. We've even thought about some kind of a trade or sell at a much discounted rate when someone they're done with their very expensive equipment. And someone else might need it and their insurance isn't covering it. There's a ton of ideas. So
the easiest way for me to think of it is I said, I will continue to help spread this through the world until the day I die. So whatever, you know, maybe, I mean, even if only we get to 50% of it or 75% of it, you know, we're just getting started. We keep saying that, but you know, a lot of people, when they're doing anything like this, whether it's a nonprofit or otherwise, you know, I think it's 1 out of 10 companies, you know, they just don't pursue with it, right? And we're in a position, you guys, and you guys can, you know, I'll know that, where there's never ending stories of pain, and the diversity is so vast. And even companies like American Chronic Pain Association, if they were having, you know, groups and things like that, they recognize that they don't even have a TikTok presence, right? And so there was a huge need to have something different happen. And Misty was the first to call them and help to get that going, and they responded. So it's been kudos to all of that's been involved with it. But that, you know, you talk about faith. I mean, you know, something's going on beyond us, and it's just a thrill to know that, you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, the lights go off, all the words are done. That spoonful of sugar is what it's about. It's that reaching out. It's that person that's out there.
In here, I can tell you, that's next to my children and my granddaughter and the very close friends and family. You are in my heart constantly. And I've decided I haven't done my artwork in a few years, mostly because my eyesight's gotten worse.
You started
but
doing that.
We will be creating all sorts of merchandise. I've already started on my artwork.
Yay!
Yeah.
So it's been really fun going and seeing her do some of that again. She's even got the logo. She's even got.
I need a copy.
She's even got a little bit of. She's got kind of a prototype of a logo.
Oh, I'm so excited!
The art that she's done, so it's pretty fun. We got Facial Warrior back in the house, but you guys might have noticed Spoonie Diaries joined us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spoonie Diaries, could you give us a couple of minutes and introduce yourself, my friend?
Hi guys, my name is Aram. Just like a little about me.
Yeah. So you and I, new face. We haven't interviewed yet. You're one of the future guests. We've got you. We got you scheduled, but a lot of people don't know you. So what are some of the things that you live with, and how did you kind of connect with us?
So I am 29 years old. I'm currently living in Southern California, and honestly, I've been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. That was back in 2020, but I had symptoms all my life and finally got the diagnosis last year. And I was just feeling kind of lonely, kind of sad, and I was like, there has to be other people like on social media that are like talking about this or trying to bring awareness. So I just started kind of searching the hashtags, and then just following people, seeing other people's like choices and like how they're able to like cope with stuff. So that kind of inspired me. I'm like, okay,
and then we connected, and we've got you.
Yeah.
We've got you scheduled, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have some of our future guests, especially the ones that are out in 2023. You guys, because
it won't be. He can't,
well,
he says that. Well,
she wants to speed
We're
things up.
we're
She
going
wants
to try to do 2 lives a week, and then
anyway,
hopefully a few years down the road, this is all we'll be doing.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. So we'll get there. There's already been a lot of miracles, huh? In 6 months.
Yes.
There's been a
Absolutely.
lot. We have a lot to look forward to, and I cannot wait to hopefully bless your guys' lives.
You
Even a
already
fraction of what you've blessed mine, you know?
You already have.
You guys are an absolute inspiration, and you guys have changed so many lives and done everything for everybody, and you two are truly a blessing.
oh wow,
Ashley, you are.
that
Yeah,
I agree with Ashley 1,000%.
yeah, I agree. You know, Rex, you know, you're awesome. You guys are awesome.
oh.
You guys are putting so hard, so many lives. Just by being you two and being who you are, you guys have touched many lives beyond what you guys even know.
Agreed.
Agreed. What you guys are doing is incredible. And I know that Pam was just in awe of you guys. We talked about you guys a lot.
Aww.
And I need you to know that she truly had a love for you two. She was my best friend in the whole world, and she still is with me. And we need to have some conversations because there are some things that I'm doing that I think we could partner on.
It's so
do it.
interesting because I already told Rex that, and I don't know how I knew that, but like, even because I said that connection with Pam happened like that, and I just felt so sorry that I missed
She
seeing
felt
her
guilty.
beautiful face.
Yeah, because she, you know how sometimes she.
But then Pam just kind of like gave me such peace for a few days.
Yeah, because you felt guilty for canceling.
And she's just like, just continue on, and that's exactly what I feel, Melissa. Just.
And I really feel like it's so important now that you know that she was so in awe of you guys. She really was. I know I told Rex. I know I told Rex a little bit about that.
He did. He told me.
But I said before, a lot of people didn't like Pam. A lot of people who ran other organizations didn't like Pam. But it's because Pam was the most blunt, honest, give it to you how it is kind of person that I've ever known in my life.
And that's what I loved about Pam. I was like, that's my girl. That's my type of lady.
100%. And I want to tell you too now, of when you said earlier about, you know, being a little nervous to make your videos, it took me weeks to convince Pam to go live with me because she did not want her face associated with pain stigma.
Yeah.
Weeks, because she was like, I don't want them to know me. I'm scared. I have anxiety. I'm you know.
Yeah.
So it's natural. It's normal, and I'm so happy that you guys loved her the way I did.
Yes.
She was amazing.
We did.
She absolutely was amazing.
And I didn't even talk. I was chatting with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's undeniable miracles, and that's why we've spent some time, you guys, talking about faith in whatever capacity, is that there are miracles, and I think people are recognizing it, and it's just a beautiful thing. And it makes, you know,
we'll see the day where we will find the ones that are not on social media. We will find ones that are in other countries that do not have privileges like the U.S. We will find them. And I don't know how other than another thing that I feel often that Heavenly Father tells me is, it's none of your business. It's mine, and I mean that in the most, in a way of like, you don't need to worry about it. That's my business. Don't you worry about it. I'll take you there. I'll take, you're the army that you guys are, and we'll do the work together. But that's not something you need to worry about. You just.
Well, Facial Pain Warrior rejoined us, and we haven't heard from her, and she reminds me of it in that way, and she's just very, very comfortable being, forward about her condition. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about how your hair grows back so fast, because when we were interviewing you had
you and I have very similar with our nerves in our face and head and neck, and I just have such a connection with you, and I wish I could be as beautiful with my head shaved. I was like, never, no way. But she just rocks it.
But I appreciate you. Why don't you say a thing or two? I seen you commenting and helping those that are not in the Zoom and just chatting with them. Why don't you say a few things?
Don't be scared, girl. You got this.
You guys got me crying in there.
I look at your faces. I can't say it enough. Yeah, you're my.
It's been difficult the last couple weeks. I've been dealing with a lot. I just had a very bad ER experience, so I've been just dealing with that mentally.
So sorry. I am so sorry.
Hey, Princess.
I am so sorry.
It's okay to have this be part of the camera, I mean, sometimes
this is actually needed. It's needed.
It's not just about lights and makeup and things, it's part of the beauty, actually, you guys. It's nothing that we, in society, there's this...
Well, we also need to know when someone's had a bad experience with anything. We need to know so that we can educate and make things better.
And like with my followers, I show everything.
Yep.
I show everything.
I love that about you.
That's the reality of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's every side of my chronic conditions. Yeah. And I'm trying to help my followers find their voice and help them along the way with self-advocation.
That's amazing.
And that's what my goal is. This is actually one of them.
I love that. That reminds me of something Misty had.
Oh, yeah. Misty, the first time. Remember that? Right here.
Check that out. Kind of like...
That strong woman.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I was like, her wheels are turning. She'll get there.
Brain fog. Brain fog.
I was waiting for it, but that's okay. We all have it.
Hey,
let me. Rough today, I'm telling you.
Let me just do a shout out here. Jacinda38 from California. I do see your comment. She came from. She's like, I really loved it. This page is amazing. I got mine. Let's see here. Just a second. This page is amazing. Found by Andy. Got a kidney replacement October. So what's happening, you guys? Just so that you're aware.
So she's almost a year out of a kidney replacement.
Thank you for
You'll be in our prayers
for connecting us.
Thank you for being here.
I mentioned just briefly Andy's journey. She was going to join. We have been in contact with her, and we're going to interview her. The only reason why she's not in this Zoom call is because she had a power outage.
Stupid power.
Her phone was dying. She let me know she came home, and I was like, I'm hoping that and so
she's always here in spirit.
But
she's
she's posted a post of mine and people. Yeah, as you know, she's got a lot of following, right? She's got 2.3 million, and she's verified. Why is that important? It's not just the number. Every one of those, we talk about souls. Those are people that really connect with her.
So many of you are part of our army, and you don't even know it.
So that relationship has allowed for not just on our page, but those people will see you guys, and you'll just see, kind of that rippling effect in terms of, different following and different things like that. So kudos, my friend. When you're listening to this, Andy will get you and schedule.
Yeah.
But
what would you want to go back to?
Facial pain? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, because I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up super, super early in the morning.
You're just fine. You'll probably see some vlogs with hopefully Misty and them soon, because we're trying to get her to Utah to just meet our family.
There's a lot of trips to Utah in my future, and I am A-okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our family can't wait to meet her, and we can't wait to, us as part of Spoonful of Sugar, get to that place to where we're coming to you. Amazing.
Let's make a trip down to Houston too.
Absolutely. I even have Courtney, our soon-to-be son-in-law, is from Texas, and he moved here because he loves our daughter that much.
Yeah.
And he's going to school to be a nurse, and it's his birthday today. So he is a Texan through and through, and so we have more reason to be there also. So, but if we're not coming to you directly, what we'd like to do is like little regional get-togethers, and we just love you guys, and I just feel like one of the biggest next steps is to literally be next to you and hold your hand and hug you and look you in the eyes.
Especially with COVID, the dynamics changed, right? I mean, we just had a suicide walk yesterday,
last night,
and like hardly nobody with masks, and people were kind of close, and people weren't freaking out.
And it was so beautiful because we walked a lot of people, and the suicide rate is going really increasing alarmingly for our young people, especially in their teens. And it was beautiful because the walk was silent for the first half. And who we lost, who we considered our niece, one of her favorite things was sunsets. And we were walking in 360. It was just the most beautiful orangish red skies. And you just felt like she was just giving everyone the biggest hug. But like Rex said in his videos, people that suffer, and especially with chronic pain, because it's just brutal, right? It's brutal. I mean, what you were just talking, yes, yeah. Even when, you guys know I have some of my family, Rex's family, friends, our best friend's family, who is our family, and I could go on and on. I have one of the best support systems I can, and then all of you, there's still moments where we're all isolated, whether that's something we just don't want to put on them again because we're so... Ashley, are you needing to say something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people probably need to go here.
Yeah.
With my disability is very rare.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kind of felt like, okay, I'm alone.
Yes.
And I'm not. Like, Turner syndrome is very rare. Like, it's not very common.
Yep.
And I was just, yeah.
We didn't know about
I
it.
did kind of feel that
We
way.
didn't know about it until we talked to you.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's not something that a lot of people know about. It's
Yeah.
not something that people talk about because it's very rare. It's
Yeah.
not something that people know about, you know? So,
Ashley,
Same with mine.
I have a friend from high school that has a daughter that has Turner syndrome.
Ooh, have her get in touch with Ashley.
I'll have to try to get a hold of her. It's been a while.
You guys, one of the things I love about Ashley is she just does her thing. If she's got to eat, she's gonna eat. If she's got, she's gotta go. I love that about you. You just are like, well, I'm taking you along. Yes, you're just there straightening your hair.
Stop it.
Stop. Yeah, and if you, anybody, I'm sure most of you are already subscribed to her, but
You also have
if you
to
need a
look-
smile, visit her page.
Spicy, what were you gonna say? Oh, she went on mute.
Spicy, are you there?
Yeah,
Are you there, sweetie?
Spicy, she's not on camera, but I want to give her an opportunity to
Absolutely.
speak. Spicy. Before we do that, we probably aren't going to go much longer. Does anybody need to dip off so you're not feeling like you got it? Okay.
Misty's like, oh,
Yeah. Ashley,
I love you guys,
Alicia.
and I will
love you.
be
We'll
there
see you
every
soon.
second.
Yeah, Misty. Then
We'll see you soon.
yeah, if you guys need to dip, don't feel like you got to stay on here just because. Okay.
Yeah.
I love you all.
Thanks. We love
We
you.
love you
Wait,
too.
Missy, are you following me?
Yes, I follow you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, just checking.
Friends, don't worry.
She's like, because I can bring some sunshine into your life.
Who's not following you? You got Jazz Bear following you, girl. Come on.
Does she? Do you really?
Yeah.
Ashley.
Oh,
Actually, I have followed you from as soon as I joined TikTok back in 2020, and I would watch you, and you would just bring the biggest smile to my face.
That's,
Yeah.
I know.
And then you went live a couple weeks ago when you were going to do your interview with Rex and Nell, and you were talking about how nervous you were. And I said, don't worry about it, you
See?
got it. And then we became friends.
See?
And I jumped for
Yeah.
joy.
I told you, you never know what you're doing. People don't always like or comment, but there's a lot that goes on that they don't always share. So you always
are
make a
following
difference.
Ashley, you're doing yourself a disservice because
I might have been
Missing the holy bananas.
Holy bananas! Holy guacamole!
Not gonna lie, I totally fangirled when I saw that Ashley was following me.
Yeah,
I was like,
it is. Yeah, it is so like that.
Yeah.
It's so, Ashley, you're that big of a deal.
Yeah, really.
Didn't know if you knew that.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Matt is too.
Matt?
If you guys didn't hear when Vine was a thing,
Oh my.
he was such a big deal. He's in a book that they wrote.
Plus, he just got Employee of the Month. He got a raise.
Yeah, he's pretty
He's a
special.
hard worker. This guy's got it going on.
Yeah, we love
Yeah,
Matt.
and you know what? Today is my 5 usually I was 5 food fights. It's today. It's been 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was certified on Vine, and it's just a matter of time.
It's yeah.
So people love
we'll
him.
get you there, Matt. We'll get you
People
there.
love you,
Matt,
Matt.
I just need a signed book. I need a book signed by you.
Okay, that's
Yes.
fine. I can do that.
And Matt, can I
Yes.
just say something?
Yes.
You follow me, and I see some of your videos.
Yeah.
I love you, Ashley.
I just want
Oh,
to
I'm dead. Hey,
say,
I love it.
you got an official invite, Matt. Go.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank
Yeah.
You are like
We
the
did
way
not
you
get that,
handle
just so you know.
people. Like I see how they talk to you and people treat you,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
not right.
You're right.
I know. Because I was fine. You know, fine is well, TikTok's
Yeah.
different. Fine.
This is how I see it. God made us all the same. We
Yes.
breathe the same.
Yes.
Okay, we are all
I love that.
We
Okay.
all bleed red.
So don't judge somebody until you read
Heck
their
no.
book. Until you read a chapter of their book and you're living what they are going through.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
People are being rude. Let me at them.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Same, Mel. Same.
Just tag all of us if somebody comes at you.
Yeah, Matt's got.
I just want to say, Ashley, I am a new follower of you as well.
Oh, that is awesome.
See, what did I tell you?
She just totally high-fived you. Stop.
She's like, stop.
Alyssa, get ready to laugh and to smile.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna binge like all night. So
Yeah. Yeah, she's.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You cannot watch her videos and not feel better about life. It's true.
Look at her face. How do you have a bad day? Start with a prayer and a little bit of Ashley.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you so much.
Have a good night, Misty. Thank you so much.
Bye.
See ya.
Guys, I have to go as well.
Yeah.
I just want to. I have to watch my grandson, who's 8 months, at 4:30 in the morning. So I need to get some rest. But I wanted to thank you all so much for letting myself and my husband in on this. I know I'm the caretaker part, but I definitely want to be the voice. Thank you for letting me be the voice of my husband, actually. As I kind of look around here too, and everyone that's in the room, I do notice that it's mainly women. And that is why I like to be so outspoken for my husband.
I love it.
I want them to be able to feel stronger too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That, you know, a lot of times with guys, and I know especially with my husband, he always wants to play the stronger part. And that's not always, you know, the case. He suffers just as much. And I want that, you know, that's kind of my part, just so that men also feel comfortable, you know, as well as a woman
so
saying
important.
that. But
I
I appreciate
it's
you
a
guys
critical.
letting me be the voice for my
Critical part.
husband, and I do really appreciate all that, and I can relate. I did have trigeminal neuralgia for 3 years of my life as well.
I'm
but
so
by
sorry.
the grace of God, I had a miracle, and I have not had any attacks, and I do feel that I have been 100% healed from that. So I can relate as well.
Yes.
So don't ever, you know, give up hope with that. But thank you again for letting
It's been
be the
our
voice
honor.
of my-
It's our honor to have you.
I can't wait to have our interview. We'll be able to
Yes,
just have an hour and a half for you guys.
I
So-
love that you do bring up such an important subject.
Yes.
Men often are a lot harder on themselves and feel a lot. I think
there's
the
one-
letdown. They feel the letdown.
Like they're supposed to be the one taking.
caretaker.
Yeah, they're supposed to be the man taking care of the lady, and you know what kind of a guy am I if I have a woman take this, and it's just wrong. It's sad. It is not like it you know, we got to challenge those mindsets because it's just garbage. I mean,
Please let him know that
Absolutely.
we're all wrapping our arms around him, and we're so proud of him. So proud.
yeah. And talk about
And
it.
we're both new grandmas, so
Yes.
Yep.
It's the greatest.
it is. It
the
is.
greatest Christmas thing ever. I never.
It truly is.
I'll be a grandma in March.
You will.
Yay!
Oh,
It really gets her. It's just amazing.
it's the best thing on earth. She
That's
has
awesome.
healed me in ways that I just still trying to process.
Oh, that's a whole other. That's
Thanks.
something else to unpack for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will found out that our son and his wife were expecting. The first words out of his mouth was, he said, "I have to live forever now."
Yeah.
You know, so it's like.
You know, one of the things.
That's when you know he's going to be a good dad.
Before you go, one of the things I have wanted to do, can you please message me? Because
Come say hi.
I want to get you guys scheduled earlier, and we can
Yeah.
pretty easily do that. Okay, so make sure you message me so that it reminds me. We'll get you on the calendar earlier. We don't want you
Yes,
waiting.
please.
Okay.
Alyssa, absolutely. Melissa and Alyssa. you both bring such an important spectrum into this, and I absolutely love just what you've brought here tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for just popping on here with us and letting us see your beautiful faces, and we cannot wait. We will absolutely get you bumped up for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I don't know her name, but the woman who was just talking in the black top.
Yeah.
Belly.
I feel similarly. Like, thank you guys for like letting me join into this conversation and being a part of this, because this is gonna sound really weird, but some of the comments on my videos have been like asking me what's my diagnosis and what is my problem. And it's so strange to say this, but I feel like there's like this little bit of like, I have imposter syndrome. Like I don't have a pain condition, and it's so unbelievable to a lot of you guys that I can understand what you're going through without going through it to some extent. Obviously, I won't experience it, but so in that regard, just saying thank you guys to letting me be a part of this community, because that's really what matters to me. That's what I'm passionate about, and I want to be a part of that. And I don't know, somebody said something about, doing smaller meetup groups or something like that. If you want to do that, I'll host one. I live in Iowa right now, but I'm gonna in the future move down to Houston area, so maybe Courtney can do something down there in Texas when I move.
Oh, that's awesome. We would love that. Plus, I was talking about, and this is where Rex laughs at me, but I have all kind of fun game night or whatever, just where we join each other, whoever wants to join in a Zoom and just spend a night together. And I have to say, I'm so sorry that you ever have felt or have made to feel like you don't
have
belong.
to apologize to me.
Well, it's just
she's sensitive to it. She's
just not right.
She's just so sensitive because there's such a place.
Such a blessing.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell this, our soon-to-be son-in-laws in nursing school, and all of the doctors that I have right now, and even my pharmacist, we really try hard to thank them as often as possible. If we think that we're having a hard time, you guys, right now, I know a lot of us are under medicated, or we're in the middle of a medication that we're trying different procedures, or everything possible. Imagine if people like Alyssa did not heed the calling to serve in the way that they are. We are even with all of our suffering, we're such a blessed group. We're so blessed, and you're such a huge part of that. And we're so glad to call you our friend, and you're welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you mentioned that, because it gives insight to what a lot of people I don't think might think, is that the people that are trying to be a part of it themselves, that it's not like you've just arrived. Like, I've arrived and I'm here to now help people. You're challenging your own mindsets. You're challenging, those voices that, we all have of, you can't do that, whatever. Yep. And that's normal, and that's part of why we're stronger together, is to just talk about that and say, wow, you're not the only one, and I go through that too, and I,
and a full spectrum. We could have stopped at spoonful of sugar is chronic pain awareness. Oh, yeah. And we intentionally included suffering, because that's where we come together as human beings. And whether we're suffering, or whether we're somebody that's trying to relieve suffering, or whether it's somebody that has to watch the suffering as a caretaker, or we are all in this together, and we need to start to really understand that. We all
We
have.
are family.
Yes,
Yeah, it's true.
It's so it. Family is a perfect way to say it.
By the way, Alyssa, I just followed you just a few minutes ago.
Oh, look how she says it. Abby, you're missing out.
look at that. You just said. I told you.
You're in the it crowd now.
You done just got.
I don't think we I don't think we always give caretakers enough credit, right?
No.
And Alyssa, you are a caretaker.
Yeah.
Even if you're not taking care of one person in your home, you are a caretaker.
Hugely
Our doctors
so.
are caretakers. And I couldn't exist without my doctors and my physical therapist who I love and my husband who takes care of me and my children. I couldn't exist. I wouldn't still be here without them.
Yeah.
So you and Kelly, you guys are such a blessing to this world that you choose to heed that calling.
Yep.
Yeah,
beautifully said.
I've been so
Perfectly
impressed
said.
by you, Kelly, because even though we haven't had the interview yet, you go live frequently. You are putting the word out there. You want to talk about having these things happen in your own communities, in your own sphere of influence, and you're absolutely living that. And we couldn't be more proud and pleased with what you're doing. So.
And you've all honestly really helped me to I'll take the leap. I'll start doing my own uploads,
videos. She might have some.
Wait to see them.
Yeah, she might do a recording and hand me the camera and say, "Okay, go splice it up and make it look all pretty and post it."
And I might be like, "This is mine. This is all mine."
You
No,
can do it
we
yourself,
actually eventually want to just share with you different parts of our life as well. Whether that's one of my big passions is interior design, and he's constantly doing something.
Yeah, she keeps me busy, guys.
But it would be it's fun. It's fun for us to see who we are outside of our suffering, right? Or outside of us trying to work our tails off to relieve suffering or whatever it is. But it's fun to see whether we enjoy cooking or outdoorsy or whatever it is. And so that side of it, Rex and I have talked about, and be showing our little granddaughter more, and
just living stuff. I mean, it's nice to have interviews and do a post to turn TikTok purple, but it's another thing to be like, okay, we're just chilling with some family here. Let's just kind of do a recording.
You know how y'all were saying about how our caregivers and the people that we're around has kind of like saved us through the COVID?
Yeah.
I get IVIG infusions twice a week. And my nurse that gives me the infusions, she has pretty much saved me and had somebody that I could talk to about COVID or talk to about whatever was going on.
Yeah.
If I was upset or if I was, struggling with my pain or struggling going to the ER and having a bad experience there or whatever.
Yep.
It was my caregivers and my husband and my kids and my family that was getting me through it. Because it's been hard. It's been a really hard 6 months.
Yeah.
So. Courtney's had it. She has had a rough ride.
I've seen a lot of that, my friend, and we, that's one of the when we're done, we try to keep connected, and this is part of that. But boy, we would hate to have anybody that we interview be like, "Oh, we've spent some time with you, and then now we've just never
and
part of your life."
honestly, it's
y'all are family.
That's how we see it as well. But
it warms my heart when I see.
Now that we've kind of finished The Office / I share it with my granddaughter, so it's an office / nursery, which I'm happy to show you.
Well, you'll see more of that.
Yeah, kind of designed it cute because and she's just one, and I speak to her in French about a third of the time, but she understands what's grandma's and what's hers, so it's really cute. the setup's really cute, but now that I actually have a space
Yeah, it's
where I
been-
can go and sit and the communication, what's in my heart is going to actually be able to start happening, and that is checking up on you guys
Yeah.
much more often and just sending you a message of love and making sure I know where you're at physically and mentally, and
I can't wait to do more posts in that room to show you a little bit of that of our home. It's been a project of love that we've been working on. It's really our granddaughter's in her room, and it's pretty decked out and nice and just gorgeous. And so look for some posts where you see a little bit of that of our home, because we hope that you'll feel the spirit of the Spoonful of Sugar for sure.
yeah, that is why that's the reason for it all. You guys are the
Now-
reason for it all.
For me to know, because I walked this. Remember to step away when you need to. I have taken on so much of other people's pain. I spend hours a day talking to them in messages, right?
Yeah.
And I had to learn the hard way that I have to sometimes walk away from it, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yep. It's so true. So true.
And I love being able to even just talk them. I have stayed up all night with people just to talk them through. And that makes me feel like I'm answering God's calling.
Yeah, you got to give time for yourself. I mean, it's a good point. It's not just
I
the
have
have to
care,
take care of yourself. to
not
take
just
care
the
of others.
caretakers, right? I mean,
Yeah.
And I see your heart, and I know that you want to be right there for every single one of them too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just want to let you know that it's okay to walk away sometimes.
I appreciate that. It's not when you guys see, well, just like how you experience with Rex having an interview with you alone.
Yeah.
Those are some of my hardest nights.
yeah, because we discuss it, right? What are we gonna do, and are we gonna
I
do?
know.
And it's just so pain.
Thank you.
Bye, Charlie.
Who's
Bye,
taking?
guys.
Who's taking? Oh,
Love
see
you
ya.
guys. Stay strong.
Thanks.
Take care.
We'll be in touch.
All right, sounds good.
'Kay.
Bye.
But that's one of the main things. Whenever she's not even able to be in the bed where the camera's not on her, every time it is, please let him know that I, wanted to be there. It's not just like, oh, why don't you just handle that, live by
No,
yourself.
it's very difficult.
Very personal to her,
It's your heart.
Yeah, it makes it difficult that she wants to,
it's actually and it's funny that you brought this up, and actually all of us could use this. I bought a book on empathy and someone who has empathy, which quite honestly, whether you have answered the calling, like Alyssa, or whether you have just experienced suffering yourself, and so you naturally, your heart breaks for others. It's been such a good book to read because it talks about all of what you're talking about, and that is, in order to be the best at being empathetic, you've got to know your boundaries and balance it all, and learn how to turn empathy into something that really works for you instead of draining you. And so that's something that I've yeah, because I know that,
Yeah.
And I know that Heavenly Father has me, even on the hardest days, but and I trust a lot in that, but still, faith, it's kind of like faith without works is dead. And so that's exactly where I was going. I bought myself some books, and I'm like, if I'm going to do this, because I do get so attached, and I do get so, it is very, very painful when I cannot be on a live.
I mean,
with
you're
you.
spooning yourself, right? I mean, just because you're doing what you're doing.
It is. I think that's probably that, and just not being able to see my family as often as I'd like. Those are the most painful parts of suffering. it's not the suffering for me. It's the not being able to look at someone and say I'm here, or hold someone and say I'm here, or
It's
laugh
guilt.
with someone. Yeah. Oh, guilt is a killer.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's where it gets me. That's where it gets me. But we're working on it, and we'll do well. And we even kind of had to project when we started the business. They're asking questions like, "Do you foresee employees within the next year?" And we kind of had to answer that. And we're hoping. We're hoping. We have a lot of ideas, but we have a lot of loving family and you guys, and these are things that are important to talk about too. I think we should get together, whether it's on our lives or just in Zoom calls of whoever wants to join, and maybe we put a subject like what you're talking about and say, this is kind of what we're going to talk about, and whoever wants to take the lead, come with ideas, because I think that's brilliant. We need to take care of ourselves as we take care of each other.
We need that community. I would be 100% there. 100% there.
Yes. Yep. Ashley.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and self-care. That's the important thing, to self-care.
So yes, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't offer the most of yourself to others.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when someone says, "Hey, time out," this is the group to do that in. It's like, whatever you need to do, whenever you need to do it, however you need to show up. So,
yeah.
I just love
One
you
of the
guys.
reasons I started doing this, there's two reasons, and Rex knows the first one about my dad. But one of the other reasons I really started becoming vocal is because I was looking for community.
Yeah.
I have a very small circle of support, and I am very thankful for them.
Yeah.
But it's very small.
Yeah.
I don't have a big support system in my life.
Yeah.
And many of the ones who were my support system are gone now. So I think community is so important. And it's important for the ones who are advocating, like us, to have each other to talk to.
Yep.
Because we can get really stuck in the work, right?
Yeah. That's why I love the idea of, I look at us like a small army, and we absolutely need to lean on each other in order to do this work.
Yeah, it's been one of the most constructive things that have been added into my life that has helped with coping. That I think that
service is
just coming together and serving each other.
Yep.
I mean, it's just huge in terms of lifting burdens. Everything that you can unpack that has to do with the world of coping. It's just a huge blessing.
I think I've said this a few times. Every single time other than the times that I can't be on the live, those are hard nights, but every single time I'm able to join, or we're able to do this and talk to you guys, Rex and I literally lay down smiling ear to ear. We're just like, that was so good. And I love that. I love her. I love him.
Yeah.
I can't.
The interview
They're just
will be
a part of our family now.
It's just kind of, you're just on a high note. You just fell in love with another soul, and now it's time to go get some Taco Bell and watch a movie. You
guys, it is ridiculous. Somebody break the ritual.
Listen,
please.
I said when I die, there's two things aside from my family and close. I want to. What is it, Abby? I want my feet. I want to be warm.
He has to have his feet warm.
And I want to have my Taco Bell.
His last meal, Taco Bell. If that ain't easy, I don't know. It just kills me.
That's what
because I'm the opposite.
See, Jackie loves it. Jackie Wilson's in the house. She's saying Taco Bell.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, can we go to Outback Steakhouse or Ruth's Chris? Or,
She's got a palate. I can eat whatever the hell. But she's.
I'm thinking Taco Bell.
It is amazing, my friend. You know what?
Taco Bell would have me on a toilet for 2 days.
Oh, I know. When I come to visit you, Christine,
See,
I know
some
what
of our bodies can't do Taco Bell so well.
Make a note. DoorDash Taco
DoorDash.
Bell to Christine.
But this is what we're talking about with spoonful of sugar.
I didn't like it, but it's your last meal.
Exactly, Christine.
Yes,
Thank you.
I like it that much. I am
Thank
sorry.
you. That's
I
the point.
love-
That's where we get shocked, huh, Abby? We're like,
It is-
no, that's like disgraceful.
No, there's nostalgia. It's just
He's just a simple man. I don't know.
simple man.
He's a simple
any of
man.
you guys want to have Chicago style pizza or Chicago hot dogs or to see Chicago,
yes.
I am here.
Yes.
To see me.
Yes.
We're coming. We're coming.
Well, there is something to say about Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. I mean,
There is. If you guys haven't
Maybe
tried
when-
Ruth's Chris, I'm sorry.
Maybe when I go home next year, Vegas, maybe I'll have to make a stop in Utah.
yes.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Heck yeah. Any of you are welcome. I'm serious. If you're like, hey, I'm coming through, stopping by, our home is your home.
Courtney's like, I got your back. Courtney had to drop, by the way, if you're wondering where she went. She's got some kitties she's got to take care of. She's got to go to bed too. But she's like, I got your back. I like Taco Bell too.
But anyway, I will.
I'm gonna have to get off of here myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going to end it and say I will be in touch with all of you and email you and just say, hey, we're doing a whatever night. Whoever wants to come in and be on Zoom, and just be together,
And I'll watch for another post, my friend. I am so glad that we've continued connecting and whatever degree that you're comfortable, and whether it's a post or whatever, just know that we continue to be very much wanting to be part of your life, and we just
100%.
we're so glad you
100%.
opened up a little bit to us, and
I absolutely love you.
Yeah.
You look like his little sister
yeah,
Pam.
you do.
And gorgeous.
Yeah, very beautiful.
I think you told me that.
Yeah.
You do.
You might have told me in one of the meetings that we had.
Yeah, literally, you could be her twin.
She has you've got striking eye.
Did you guys just see that?
What?
That just got caught on YouTube recordings, Ashley.
What? Wait, what?
Right while we were just giving our graces to Laurel, Ashley just went. Did you guys see Ashley? Okay, we changed the view.
Okay, so you know how
We changed the view from gallery
guys.
to speaker, and so it was showing
So
Laurel's face.
Whoever speaks, they go really big. Their
Yeah.
face goes really big.
And so Laurel was big on the camera, and then Ashley was yawning, going.
And the whole screen was
Her
her
face
yawning
just got
going,
plastered on
"Whoa."
What's the inch by inch TV? You watch that recording on Ashley. You're gonna have to do.
You guys, it's worth going back whenever you.
If somebody's gonna have to send
Oh,
it to me.
I'm glad we caught that. Wow.
Well, a YouTube video without me.
You're right.
That was a fun interruption as we were saying goodbye to
I
Laurel.
love it. I love you guys.
Now y'all have epic footage.
Heck
of me
yeah.
and Johnny.
Oh yes.
Oh, now it's made. That sealed the deal right there. You guys, you gotta go back and watch to know what we're laughing at.
What the shenanigans?
It's too good.
It's getting late.
It's
Okay.
Anyway, we love you guys.
We
so
love you.
much.
I think she did drop. So
I-
no, you're right there. There you
Yeah,
are.
she's right for.
I was looking at her up here. So anyway,
Really quickly, Christine, I'll be reaching out to you, and we've just got to find a way. I really, really want to find a way to get to you, if we can. If we can, are you open to that at all?
Yeah, sure.
We sure love you. I really think of you so often, and we will get you also, because you honestly deserve it just for the sound. I remember the sound crap we were going through with her.
Oh,
that, yeah, it was her,
she's
it was
talking.
hers.
We need to arrange.
So
Will you
we'll do
message
another
me?
live.
We need to get an interview.
When you feel well enough, you let us know what day works for you.
We had Cracker Jack pop technology going
Oh, remember
back
how
then.
bad that was?
And
it wasn't good.
So we're not dealing with that.
Barely hear
Yeah, so we need to redo that. Will you message me and we'll get that scheduled? Because now we've got a little bit more of a studio set up.
Honestly, whatever day works for you, we'll make it. We'll make it happen.
I'm open, honestly.
Okay. Well, then we will be talking. The rest of you, if you're, I'll just kind of put you in a group, a text group, whenever we want to do a little Zoom party, or, and then the rest of you that are on live, let us know. Send your email to us if you'd like to be a part of those. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, there's been a lot of chatter going on with the chats, and I think most of it's that they just kind of preferred to stay there. We had that open invite for them to join, and sometimes that's okay.
And the Zooms that I'm talking about would be just us in a Zoom.
but we if you want to, if you don't have an interview scheduled, if you want to be a part of a Zoom call, we just need to hear from you. So there goes Matt. Oh, it's actually good. I think it was Ashley.
It goes between Ashley and Matt. It's
okay.
the best thing ever.
Okay.
Well, before I hop off, I just wanted to say thank you. And everyone's been like so positive and so genuine. You guys are making me emotional. So I really love the energy, but yeah, what you guys are doing is great. And I recently read this quote, and it said, pain is a microphone, and that basically meaning like you can transform your pain into something else, something more powerful. And I feel like you guys are doing that here. So
that was so.
Oh, that really.
I never cry.
That's beautiful.
Oh no, that's really heartfelt. I really mean that. That means a lot.
To me, there's never any mistakes in what is said and who we meet, and what an angel you are right off the bat. And I can't thank you enough for sharing that. Yeah. That was such a powerful, that hit me hard. Yeah. That was so beautiful.
And message me too, and we'll get you.
I'm so glad that you came in. So you guys, you need to do what she did. Come in, say, hey, this is me. You don't have to talk a whole lot. You can. We're a fun, crazy bunch.
We're spicy. She joined it. I bet we didn't get to talk with her. But,
we'll get her.
But yeah, will you message me and we'll try to bump up your time?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
You are absolutely, just like we've been saying, a part of our family. You have people that you can rely on, people that are safe, and just love and support here. That's all we're about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amen. We are family.
Yeah. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. She's tired and she still gave us an amen. That was awesome.
Amen. Hallelujah.
You guys. Oh my gosh. We seriously have met the best people in the world.
I honestly am gonna die putting together this YouTube clip stuff. You guys have to know.
So our daughter's in the background. She came to visit us, and she's just.
You can't get her on.
Going on?
You should come say hi.
She's so beautiful.
Come say hi.
She won't say hi.
No. Will you come say hi?
No.
Come give
Abby,
Dad, your
we're
old
just
man a
talking
hug.
about doing hard things.
Please come give your old man a hug.
So I'm gonna go to bed.
Here's our youngest.
Come say our daughter. Our daughter's gonna say hi.
Here's our youngest.
Here's our youngest daughter.
Hello.
Is she gorgeous?
So beautiful.
Thank you.
My beautiful daughter.
She didn't want to be seen.
Gorgeous.
Her name is Abby. She's our youngest guy. She's my baby.
Yep. She's a natural nurse. She grew up. She doesn't remember me without chronic pain. So
yeah.
They would know when they were little. They would know when I was in bad pain, and their hands were so little at the point, but they would come up to my head, and I'd have 4 little hands squeezing as hard as I could to try to give pressure back, to relieve the nerves. But talk about angels.
Yeah.
That's another thing I'd love to meet anybody in your lives, whether it's your significant others, your children, whoever's special to you, would be so amazing to meet.
Like we met Matt's mom and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Matt's mom is amazing. Love you
Nice
guys.
to see ya.
Okay, you guys.
Okay, guys, I think we're gonna
Have
drop.
an amazing night.
Anybody else want to stay on, or I think we're gonna drop both on the Zoom and the live.
I think we're.
We good?
I'm so sorry, guys. You pretty much had her.
Okay.
Love you.
Okay, guys. Thanks everybody for joining. We really appreciate it. Okay, we'll see everybody.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Much love.
You guys.